And I don't want to see much progress. There's just one thing I need, and I don't care about the present.
I gotta make sure I do this right.
His name is Keizus and he does it so he pleases, so you better go please him, you better let him.
Yo, hello everyone, welcome in, welcome one, welcome all, welcome back to another episode of Casually Random with your host Keizus, and you already know it is Mariah Carey season. It is the holiday season. Yeah, anyway. anyway. You already know it's been some time. I guess you wouldn't know since this is being recorded randomly whenever it feels like it, you know, but whatever. Hello, how is everyone? I guess you can't answer because you're listening, but doesn't really matter, you know, does not really matter. I've been good, I've been well, I've been soul searching a little bit about life and then working and all that. But that's not what we're here to talk about. It is the holiday season, and you know that means one thing and one thing only. We're about to see reruns of Home Alone. We're about to see Home Alone reruns. And, you know, let's talk about that movie for a minute, or that franchise, or that movie franchise, or you know, whatever you want to consider it. Home Alone, it was bad for children. I'll say that right now. And what does that mean? You say, well, Home Alone itself as a movie franchise scarred me. It scarred me. It made me feel like maybe one day I might be left home alone. And now I feel like everyone who grew up with it might have the fear that someone might try to break in their house while they're home alone. I feel like that's a real blah, blah, blah. I feel like that's a real fear that people will have that will last a lifetime with them. Those growing up without seeing this movie, congrats. You missed a lot of wild laughs and giggles. That's what I'll call it, because that's what the movie was for. But in actuality, it's kind of dark. You know, you're what, like 10-year-old left at home. You have an entire family of brothers and sisters, and no one comes in to check on you. And now you're left home alone, where you have no clue what you're gonna do next. You haven't really cooked in your lifetime. I guess you could have Pop-Tarts and baked beans, random mix, I know, but if this is a home alone scenario, we're getting home alone. You feel me? So yeah, I remember growing up and watching it and being like, oh, he's actually like, he was left by his mother, his father. He was left by his mother, his father, his sister, his brother, another brother, I think. It was like a family of 6. I don't fully remember. But I remember watching it growing up and being like, that doesn't look fun. That's not ideal. Why? Why is that happening? Why was he left? Why did no one check in on him? And so it gave me the irrational fear that maybe I might be left for the holidays. And for those of you who want to know a little synopsis of what the hell Home Alone is, basically this 10-year-old is left by his entire family, who goes on Christmas vacation and forgets that he's like upstairs, and they didn't really do a count or question anything. They were just gone. They dipped, dedaddled, skadoodled, got the hell out of there, took the rum and ran. In which that he really had no say in if he made it to the Christmas festivities or not. So obviously at that age, he's happy to be left home alone. He's basically like, I can do whatever I want. I can eat whatever I want, which most kids that age would think. They would feel that way, which is a great way to feel when you're at that age. I remember when I first was able to be left home alone, I would literally do whatever. I would pretty much just stay in the living room though and just watch TV in the living room. I would load up a haunting, which the worst thing to ever do when you're home alone is to load up a haunting on Discovery Channel and watch that. Obviously, I only watch in the daylight, but the worst thing to do is do that when you're like that age. So any little pot or pan that could shift in the cabinets, scared nucleus, scared chocolates, scared like a little baby boy in the fresh lamb, just shaking in my boots like, oh, there's something scary's gonna happen. So, something would fall, floors would creak, and I'm out here watching a haunting. Oh, those are the days. Anyway, let's get back to young Kevin and why Home Alone traumatized me. So, young Kevin left home alone. People are like staking out houses and they are trying to break in. Now, to Kevin's grand demise or grand escape, however you want to phrase it, he was able to build like traps. This man was building machines and gizmos. Not really. He was tying like paint buckets to strings, and then like the people would trip over those, and then the paint bucket would come flying at their head. And that's pretty violent. Like, physically, if that were to happen, you're killing someone. Like, Kevin was killing these people, but because it was like a good old holiday movie, a good old joke laugh, let's have fun time movie, Kevin, like, he did what he had to do to survive. He had people get hit with cement, had people get hit with hammers, people were electrocuted. He was literally going on a spree of doing things that would normally kill someone. And Kevin, good for you. You survived. You were able to get rid of your people that were trying to break in. But it was like, why is this 10-year-old able to create such dangerous devices with no thought of human life? He could have taken a life easy and moved on to dancing in the next day, getting ready for his own Christmas festivities. And, with that, he did. He did. And then we move on to a whole franchise of this movie. A whole Home Alone franchise. And you're going to be like, a franchise? Yeah, there was a Home Alone 1, 2, and 3. And I believe there's a Home Alone 4, but I don't think it was the same kid. I don't even know, like, which kid this was. I don't remember which kid that was. It was some random kid. I saw it on a freeform now because it's not called ABC Family anymore. Home Alone 2, he's literally stuck in New York. They leave him in New York in a hotel room. They leave him in New York in a hotel room. And if that's not the most traumatizing thing as a child, your family like leaving you in New York by yourself, no way of fending for yourself. Now, granted, this is young Kevin. Kevin can get to the scuffle. Kevin literally was living life in that hotel room. I remember he loaded up the TV. It was like the Tommy gun sound going on. He had like cutouts of Michael Jordan, Marilyn Monroe, I think, and he was like dancing with them. Granted, where the hell did he get those from in the middle of New York? Beyond me. It is beyond me, like beyond meat. But Kevin was Kevin, and he found out a way to handle his business. I would have freaked out. I would have said, where's mom and dad? What are we doing? Why are you leaving me like this? Don't do this. Don't leave me like this. I hate you. I hate it here. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't have said all that, but I definitely would have been freaked out being just left in the middle of nowhere, fending for myself in New York, of all places. And so, watching that, I was like, y'all are really some savage parents to be doing all that while Young Kevin is just trying to figure out what his next move is. Young Kevin is trying to figure out like what his next move is when it comes to making these sort of schmoves. So I say that to say this. Don't leave your children or partner or whoever alone in New York and not check in or even not even know that they're gone. That's probably the worst part. They didn't even know he was gone until they went back to New York or to their home or wherever the third one took place. And they were like, Kevin, we're sorry. We forgot about you. The first time, let it happens. The second time, how do you do it a second time? I can't let that go if you hit me up like that a second time. First, shame on me. The second time, shame on you. Put the blame on you. But I would literally sit back, think to myself, I could not be a Kevin. If two people are trying to break in on me, I'm getting the baseball bat that I named Lilith. Hi, my baby girl. And I am swinging the everlasting PK Thunder out of them. It's a home run derby in Smash Bros. That's what's going on. But I kept applause to Kevin, because that could have never been me. I would have called immediately, been like, y'all left me at home. What am I supposed to do? And they, would have given me either an answer or they would have not said anything and been like, oh, we're sorry. We didn't mean to leave you. No, you meant to left Kevin at home. Kevin was getting bullied by his siblings. Y'all did not care about young Kevin. Thus, through living through Kevin, y'all did not care about my life. Y'all had 100% Black Force energy when y'all were getting ready to go on vacation. Okay? Black Force energy. I don't want to hear it. So Home Alone is one of those like cult franchises that I will just never understand why people love that series, love that movie. It wasn't even a zero to hero story. He like almost killed some people. Obviously, they were trying to break in his house, so he had the right. He had the right to almost kill these people. But at the same time, it's like in your mind, consciously. Well, I guess if you're going with that situation, you don't even need to think consciously. If someone's breaking your house and you're like throwing a brick, throw that brick till you can't throw a brick any further. You were Tom Brady of brick throwing at that point. So I would assume that for young Kevin, it was just a game, a friendly, harmless. Oh, let me set up this trap to absolutely electrocute this man like it is the chamber and he is on his death sentence. Yeah, I don't get that movie. I don't get anything about Home Alone and how it's even feasible to leave your child home alone without talking to them first and being like, hey, we're leaving you. Do you want to come with? Do you want to go? I don't understand that. It's something that I can't even fathom doing, but obviously it happened in this movie. It's like it was the original movie of where we're going to showcase like leaving children unattended. Because years later, then we get unaccompanied minors stuck in a snowstorm or stuck in the airport during a snowstorm. And there's like 5 kids stuck in the airport. Now, granted, airport is a lot of space to do things in. You have a lot of room for activity. Your own house. I would be more comfortable being home alone in my own house where someone is trying to break in and I have all the tools I need versus a hotel room where I'm limited. I'm limited on what I might have in this hotel room. I don't have much. It doesn't take much to try and figure out what I need to kill with. And I know I'm like, Kevin shouldn't kill. No, I'm killing. Never mind. Maybe this is what this movie caused. It caused my violence upon another human being. It caused me to want to lose my mind and go feral and kill. Or protection, it's protection. It's protection. Come on now. I'm just protecting myself and my right to live my life. So if you try to break in anybody, remember, I'm gonna go feral. No, I'm kidding. um, so I feel like that movie is what shaped a lot of trauma of being left alone today, where kids nowadays will not have to experience seeing that movie unless they remake that franchise or they watch it on like TV. But I don't think they'll get the full effect of what would be fully happening with that one if someone was breaking in. Honestly, they'd probably just be on their phone and be like, "Oh no, someone's breaking in. I could have died. What a shame. If you were mine, it would not be the same. If you were mine, we'd rule everything." I mean, sorry. I apologize for that random song breakout. But yes, it's not something I would expect anyone to have to go through. And I hope they never do. Never leave someone like that. What are some Home Alone facts? What are some Home Alone facts? 30 Home Alone facts every true fan must know. Where the so one of the invaders apparently actually bit Kevin's finger while acting and broke the skin, and that's method acting at its finest. I didn't even know they would approve of that one. That's a child. He was a child at that point, so dang, he really just bit a child like that. Brother was starving, and they actually put a tarantula on my dude's face. They 100% put a tarantula on my dude's whole face, and I would have been freaking the hell out. I do not like spiders at all. Macaulay Culkin's stunt double was a 30-year-old man. That actually is mad funny. Imagine you're a kid, and they're like, "Oh, you're about to go swing from a tree. Let's get your stunt double." All right, Larry, come on out. And this 30-year-old man is dressed as the same way as this little kid, and he's just like throwing himself from scene to scene. Home Alone really topped at the box office. Y'all were messing with it like that. That is absolutely nasty. Wait, I mean, granted, I've only ever seen it on TV, but topping at the box office? Are you for real? Are you absolutely for real? Good for Macaulay Culkin and the Home Alone cast. Good for them. What other holiday movies? What other like casual No. Not even a Let's talk about the Jack Frost situation. Why do we have two holiday movies with the name Jack Frost? We have a family-friendly snowman comes back to life movie, and then we have a evil possessed snowman comes back to life movie. Someone explain that conundrum to me, and why we wouldn't have some sort of differentiation between either of those. Why would we really confuse children like that? My experience was I've seen the one where it was family friendly, and I saw Jack Frost in the little Comcast box, thing that tells you what the next movie is when you're scrolling or whatever the channel was playing at the time, like a few years later. And I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be like the family-friendly Jack Frost. No, I click on it, and I just see a snowman eviscerating people with, like, sharp teeth named Jack Frost. And I was like, I'm out here like, this isn't the same. These two things don't add up. Why is this happening? Why do we have this? Why is this snowman so evil? What did he do to make that snowman so mad? No, I remember being absolutely scared of that, absolutely frightened by that movie, and so I haven't built a snowman since. I don't even think I built a snowman before that movie, but I definitely have not built a snowman since because I didn't trust him. I didn't trust it coming back to life and doing all that. And another movie that's considered, I guess, around Christmas because it happens for Christmas is Gremlins. Now we want to talk about my movie fears. Gremlins is the one. Gremlins, when it ends, it tells you, don't look under your couch, don't look under your bed, because they could be lurking. And I remember for weeks, I did not look under anything. I was scared to sleep. I didn't want to be attacked by these little monster things. I did not want to go through that traumatic experience that a lot of other kids were going through if they were scared of gremlins. But me specifically, I was like, I'm not trusting anything. I don't want them coming out. I don't want them grabbing me. Even though they really didn't do anything to people in that movie, is still like a family friendly thing, but still seeing them in their full height just causing havoc and they just look creepy, it scared me. Just the creepiness alone scared me of gremlins. So I don't trust Furbies because of it. I used to mistake Furbies and gremlins growing up all the time, but to me they're both creepy things. So I don't trust either of them. Gremlins probably traumatized me the most of being afraid of the dark or being stuck in a closet because they could have been hiding in your bathtub, could have been in your toilet, could have been underneath the sink. I just couldn't fathom them not being real. My whole life was stuck in this rut of they're somewhere and they're gonna get me until I got older and realized we're fine. They don't even want me. They don't even want human flesh. They just don't want to be put in water. If you put them in water, then they turn green and cause chaos. But y'all remember the female gremlin? Oh boy, now that's a different story. The female gremlin, that was Gremlins 2. I mean, it was from Gremlins 2, a new batch. I mean, it was a new batch, all right. Her name was Greta. Greta? Oh, it was a gremlin that drank a female serum to make her more attractive. That's crazy. Oh, there was multiple female gremlins, but Greta Detta? Come on. The hips? The thighs got me by surprise. No, I'm kidding. She had long claws. I don't know if it's for me, Chief. I mean, oh, never mind. That Rule 34 going crazy. Custom action figure Rule 34 going crazy. Never mind. Whoa, never mind. But besides Greta, the female gremlin, the rest of it traumatized me. As much as if you're afraid of spiders, 8-legged freaks would traumatize you. Or if you're afraid of the ocean, Jaws would traumatize you. It just was that movie that I couldn't escape. They always stayed in my head, even when I went to bed. But then I moved on. I survived. Christmases went by, and then we're introduced to other holiday movies. But we don't need to go into other holiday movies. I don't even really know. I mean, my favorite holiday movie was always Polar Express for the hot chocolate scene. It was just always a fire scene in a movie. What other ones? The Santa Claus is coming to town. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Frosty the Snowman, not Jack Frost. Get that out of here. Those movies. Oh, what's that weird one with the different reindeer? Oh, you know what movie always plays all the time? Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer. I think that movie is overplayed. It is overdealt, and they need to stop playing that movie all the time. If you're asking me, that movie needs to stop being played. But you're not asking me, so whatever. Well, I guess this is my podcast, so I'm gonna pretend you're asking me. But yes, even though Santa was real and the plot twist was that he was real and no one believed, but He indeed did get the grandma indeed got run over by a reindeer, and grandpa even saw it. What other like notable movies, holiday movies that come on every year? I mean, I just recently finished a Harry Potter marathon. I know the world hates J.K. Rowling and hates Harry Potter, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to lie. I did enjoy my time rewatching those movies. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. I'm sorry. It was just such a big part of childhood seeing Harry Potter. And it's just when it comes to people saying separate the art from the artist, I know we shouldn't, but for me that's such a coming of age tale that I have to. My brain does it automatically. I had so much fun with Harry Potter. I used to be on Pottermore. I used to do Potterverse. I found out my little Patronus. I got my wand. Apparently, me and Cedric Diggersby share the same wand. It's cool. I don't know. I can't let Harry Potter go. It was such a great franchise for what it was. I mean, now it's not so great for the meaning behind it, but before you could grow up with it and you would live life and you'd be a little house fan, cause little divides because people be Slytherin, people be Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, Gryffindor. I even went to Orlando Universal younger days just to go to Harry Potter World. Because I loved it. It was such a magical time. Such a magical movie that gave you a magical meaning. And it was just cool things going on when you could do with magic. But JK had to go and, how do you say, fook up the bag? She fooked up the bag. And now you can't like it anymore. I don't know. This was just a rant about holiday movies for the holiday season. I hope you out and enjoy some movies. I can't wait to go do holiday festivities and enjoy my time with that. If you're watching this out of order, this is episode 3. Go watch the previous episode. And if you're not watching out of order, I hope you watch the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode, even though it was a holiday movie rant in my opinions about those holiday movies. Some of them anyway. Mostly the scary ones, but it's okay. They can be scary to me and not scary to you. Have a good one. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next time. Remember, this has been Casually Random with random talks, topics, and experiences. Bye.